Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's John Lime, also known as the Lord of Fruit, and I'm joined today by
Andrew Goland, and I'm also known as the Lord of Reality.
And together we are the Lords of Misrule. We are here to launch our second album. Yay!
Yay!
Woo! The Life of Plants.
Indeed.
And we thought we would, because we're still pretty much in lockdown.
Yeah.
We can't both be in the same room at the same time because he's riddled. No, he's not.
Well, at least you weren't talking about my BO. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm at mine and he's at his.
Indeed.
And but we're going to play some of the tracks from the new album.
Yep.
Have a quick conversation about them. Nothing too hefty. Don't worry.
No, we don't.
We
tend
probably
to...
will waffle.
Yeah, we waffle a lot, but it won't be too hefty.
No, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoy the music. They will be available as soon as you see this on Bandcamp, and we'll give you the links as we go along. And then in about 3-4 weeks' time, the album will also be available on all main streaming platforms.
And what platforms are those, John?
Such as Spotify, iTunes, Napster.
Oh gosh, that's still going, is it?
Yeah, it's all official now.
Yeah.
And others like that.
Fair enough.
So you will be able to stream them for free or purchase them from there. But if you do like what you hear and you wish to purchase the album, we are doing a special discounted rate for the first week because we're nice like that.
Yeah. Well, he is. I'm not.
Yeah. Fair enough. So first track we're going to play is actually the first track on the album. It's called The Charm of Making. Now, the Charm of Making is a spell that Merlin recites in the film Excalibur. And I had to look it up. I think it's Old Cornish or Old Irish or something. Old Irish, I think it's in. And you hear a sample of me saying the Charm of Making.
Did it make anything? Did it make anything?
It's supposed to kind of create life almost.
Right.
But it's something about a serpent's kiss or something like that.
Oh, is that what created our background then, do you think?
Yeah, it must be.
Well, it came out of nowhere.
When I finished mixing this, I kind of thought it had a kind of orbital kind of vibe to it. That wasn't really what I was going for at the start, but when we'd finished misruling it, that's how it came out. So we hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to hopefully, if I can get all the technology right, play it for you now.
Go for it.
Oops. That's a good start.
What's that then, mate?
us fas bethod dociel dienve.
Dociel DNA.
That is the charm of making.
Wonderful. Sounds great, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds all right, doesn't it? Even if we do say so ourselves.
Well, that's part of the process of being a musician. You've got to like what you play, otherwise there's no point playing it.
What's the point? Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do have any comments about the tunes you're hearing today, do please share them under this video. That would be absolutely fabulous. We are recording this previous to transmission.
Mainly because we want a decent quality and we can't guarantee upload and all of that. And it gives a little bit of control over production, and we are perfectionists.
Yes.
Aren't we, John?
Exactly. Yeah, we are. We are. Absolutely. One of the things that when we sort of formed the Lords of Misrule, we wanted to do, I suppose, electronic music that was psychedelic, but not tied to one style of music. So not just psytrance or psy breaks
or full
ambient,
or Sybians and
all the other subgenres.
We need to be able to float between and follow our muse, don't we? Yeah,
exactly. And from sort of listening music to also dancing music, and also having guitars from time to time, because I play guitar. And
I am known to hit strings in a somewhat rhythmic fashion and produce somewhat tonal tunes.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
You know why you're laughing.
Yeah, anyway. So that was charm of making. Up next is the Unnamed Groove. Now, I would call this old school trance. I don't know what you would call it, Andrew. That's what I would call it.
I think I called it the Unnamed Groove, didn't I?
You did. You did coin the phrase. So, but it is, dare I say it, it's a banger. I feel kind of dirty saying that.
A banger. Are you feeling a bit?
I feel like I need to wave my hand in the air like that. It's a banger.
Oh yeah.
So what else can I say? Yeah, it kicks.
Yeah, it does.
We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
With a bit of luck, you will. Where is it? Here we go. go.
Having
The
it.
Unnamed Groove. Having it.
See, listening to that then, I thought, that there's a little bit of astral projection in there and a little bit of Chakra and Eddie Mist from back in the day, mate.
Yeah, back in the day. Well, that's what I mean. It's definitely got an old school vibe to it.
Yeah.
Me being as old as I am,
And you're
me and
ancient.
Andrew are actually about the same age, but I look a lot older.
Whereas I am actually older. Am I? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember. But, I was DJing trance back in the mid-90s when it was just trance then.
Yeah.
We didn't call it psy-trance or psychedelic or whatever.
Was this before Goa trance then?
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah. It kind of... There was Goa trance, but we just called it trance. We didn't really call it Goa trance at the time.
It was kind of the sort of hard trance, melodic trance, Goa trance, UK space techno. It all kind of blended in.
Yeah, but those labels hadn't really been invented then, so it was just trance.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed that one. If you do want to have a listen to the whole album, which we highly recommend, obviously.
Indeed. We'll put a link in the post when we post this up. Is what we'll do.
We're going to use postal system.
No. Okay, so
you said you were going to put it in the post.
In the post that we post this video up to the socials. We're going to post this video up to. I'll be posting this video up to the socials,
all right,
because this is a modern society where we use the internet, not the snail mail, to do this. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll put it in the post, and and then people can just click it once they see the video.
But I was just going to say, the Lords of Misrule .bandcamp.com is the address.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to check that. I'm going to double, triple check that. Now I've said that. Yes, the Lords of
Misrule .bandcamp.com. Boom. Sorted.
So up next, we have Cider Check 1.
Which has had many names.
Yes.
Because
I'm going to let Andrew talk about this.
Well, because John started this one off, really, because he knows that I like DJing psychedelic techno, which is like it's a nice little micro genre of its own that has got followings in Canada and Germany and Portugal, and it's sort of just techno with a psychedelic twist. So he started pulling together some sounds, and then we kind of got together and started mashing about with it, and then he got left for quite a long time. It did. I mean, it was just called Scitech.
Yeah.
And so eventually you threw it back at me and said, "Oi, do something with this." So I started renaming it, and I think it went through Sidec and Cider and I don't know. Anyway, it's had about 4 or 5 different names, and I think we stumbled across Cider Check 1. Yeah. It's got some lovely sounds in it, though. Lovely, atmospheric, psychedelic sounds. Lovely.
And so we hope you enjoy it. It is a little bit more techno. But as we say, we tried not to limit ourselves. We just wrote tunes that they write themselves.
Yeah, we're just conduits for the muse, mate. Conduits for the muse.
And all that. So I'm going to put this on. We hope you enjoy.
Enjoy.
Nice.
Love it. Love it, love it.
Well,
love it.
hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, you were head bobbing to that or cutting some shapes.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a shape thrower, that one.
Yeah, exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got one more tune for you today. But before we play that and have a quick talk about that, I just wanted to mention the other tracks on the album.
Good plan.
Yeah, because I'm nice like that. See, there's the Lord of Fruit. That's me. Remix of Black Dog. Now, Black Dog was a song that a friend of mine, a lady called Dee Barnes, she sent me some lyrics and said, "Can you write a tune that goes with this? I'm thinking of this kind of thing." And it was kind of indie, kind of rock, alternative rock.
Yeah, kind of.
quite
Yeah, I remember
riffy.
you playing it to me. It's quite sort of angsty, wasn't it? Angsty
Yeah,
90s kind of indie rock kind of thing.
Yeah, I put a lot of chorus on the bass. Yeah, very much a rock song, really.
Yeah.
Sort of emo kind of that kind of thing. Anyway, never did like that phrase. So I did that, and I said to her, I said, "Well, look, I'll do this, but I also want to do a remix of it." So it's quite short because the original song is quite short, and I didn't really feel like when I was remixing it that I wanted to make it longer, but made it more of a drum and bass kind of thing. Took a lot of the guitars out, although I left the solo in. So that's on the album.
There's a very fat bass. And actually, before you go any further, that particular song made it onto the recent Glastonbury Calling mega album for charity,
Absolutely.
along with one of my tracks as Dawn of Reality, also a drum and bass thing. So that's worth going to Bandcamp and checking out on glastonburycalling.bandcamp.com, etc., etc. Because there's like over 109 tracks available for 15 quid. So yeah, that's worthwhile, that one. Good cause and all.
So that was that one. Yeah. Ode to the Bay, which before I moved to Somerset 4 years ago, I lived in Cyprus for 10 years, and I was resident DJ at a beach bar, a place called Serena Bay.
I've got this mental image of that, of you behind this sort of palm trees and a bar with coconuts with drinks in them and stuff.
Not quite, but almost. There was palm trees.
Yeah, okay.
There's quite a lot of trees there. A very beautiful place. And I used to play every Saturday and Sunday through the summer for several years, playing mainly sort of jazz and like acid jazz, funk, soul, ambient, a bit of trance and house, deep house particularly. And this song is I would call it acid jazz with a slight psychedelic edge to it. So I found a really nice trumpet sample.
It is very, very nice.
Which I liked. So real chill out tune. The Tartan Hippo returns. What can I say about that? It's an ambient tune.
So do tell, where does the name come from for that? Because I'm aghast with possibilities of how you could.
Hippo.
Yeah.
It actually comes from my teenage years when I was about 16. Some friends of mine, I'd only just started playing guitar at that time, and just started DJing back in
1923. 1923. You're older than that, surely.
Shut it. Some friends of mine had a band. They called it Tartan Hippo because one of them had like a hippo equivalent of a teddy bear that was made out of tartan.
Okay.
So they were called Tartan Hippo. And when I was writing the song, when I first came up with the initial part of the song, I'd been reminiscing a lot about those years. And so I was thinking about the Tartan Hippo returns and this little Tartan Hippo plus those friends. And actually Rick Kent, the drummer from that band, he did send me a message saying, "Oh my God, it's been years since I thought about the Tartan Hippo." So there you go. I think that took him back as well. The track 28, which it's very much a progressive house, I would call it. I really like progressive house. It gets a bit of a raw deal, but people think it's cheesy. But there's lots of really good progressive house out there.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I think, as with any genre, there are good bits. You know, when we were doing the radio show last year, and we were talking about how neither of us really got dubstep, and then one of our friends came in and played us an original dubstep track, and it just blew us away. So, you know, there are always good elements. That's not Rona, by the way. No, that's not Rona. Don't worry about it.
All right, good. And that brings us to the last track, which also has a bit of a story, Life of Plants itself. So the Life of Plants originally was a sort of piece of, it wasn't a poem, it was a piece of prose that I wrote when I was a student. And I went to university in Stirling in Scotland, and it's what we used to call the Right Lovely campus. And in my fourth year there, I lived in basically a wooden cabin on the campus. They were called chalets, and they looked just like Swiss chalets. You imagine them to look like. Surrounded by trees and plants, right? And I'd written this idea about how plants had developed, and particularly how the cannabis plant had developed. And I kind of anthropomorphized the plants to the extent where this became a story about animals and plants, right?
Methinks you weren't just writing a story about cannabis.
So at the time, I was in a band called the Weird Beards with two good friends of mine, Tony Makos and Tim Sands. And we were a sort of prog rock, funk outfit, mainly instrumental.
Did you all have weird beards?
Well, the thing was,
you didn't.
Not really. At the time.
Is this a ZZ Top situation where the only person in it called Beard doesn't have one?
Yeah, it was that kind of thing. So we used to do this song, The Life of Plants. So the three of us wrote this song. I'd written these words, which I spoke in the original, and I speak in this one as well. So in the middle section, but where the original was quite Doors-esque and quite chilled, this goes mental. So, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to make something, and you know, when the Lord of Reality there is feeling a bit twisted, he can, you know, get in there. So there's quite a lot of guitars in this and heaviness, which is why we wanted to put it at the end of the album, because you'd just be relaxing and then you go, oh my God.
Well, it's concepty, isn't it? It deserves its place at the end, I think, and it deserves the name of the album, because it kind of chunters through a whole bunch of stuff in terms of genres and.
Yeah, absolutely. So we hope you have enjoyed this show. We'll sign off after this, but do head on over to our Bandcamp to have a listen to the whole album.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook, wherever the like button is. I think it's going to be there, and you can share it. John, can you point down? Share will be over there. There we go. And obviously comment. Let us know what you think, because we're quite proud of what we've done, and it'd be nice to have some feedback, wouldn't it, mate?
Yeah, it would, definitely. There's also our first album, The Ethereal Plane, is still there on Bandcamp. That is currently available on Spotify and all main streaming services, both for streaming and for purchasing.
Yes.
And we've already started on the third album.
Yeah, I mean, this guy over there is prolific as God knows what at the moment. He's churning them out, and I'm trying to dip my heel in whenever I can.
Yeah.
I haven't told you, actually. I started something with the specific intention of using it for Lords of Misrule a couple of days ago, so you haven't heard it yet, and I will chuck it across at some point.
Brilliant. And hopefully soon we'll be able to get together anyway. So
yes, in your very enclosed studio.
Yes.
Dark and dank studio.
It's not dank. Cheeky. Anyway, enough of our talking. So this is Life of Plants.
Marvellous.
Rock and roll.
You went hell for leather on that rock guitar, mate.
I did. I was trying to get as many harmonics as I could.
Fair enough. Harmonics are good. We like harmonics.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the music today. And do please check out our album on Bandcamp.
And our previous album.
Yes, The Ethereal Plane.
And don't forget to like our Facebook and share this and comment and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that we wanted to make sure was that we'd always be able to play these tunes live. So, often with electronic music, you DJ them maybe, but
Yeah.
we wanted to be able to at least use controllers and keyboards and guitars and vocals and stuff live, and do as much of it as live as we could. So we're hoping certainly next year, assuming festivals back up and running, and we spend the winter rehearsing. Don't laugh. Hopefully we'll be able to see us live as well. So
that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
That is the plan.
Could I just drop a little bit of a plug here? Visuals and production by Reality Studios Inc.
Yes.
Me.
That's him. There. Everything's backwards. Yeah. So check him out too.
Yeah, but also, a lot of the music that you've heard today has come from the dark depths of John's brain. I have merely tinkered in places, tweaked, and in some ways, hopefully, added my own flavour. But yeah, there's a lot of John in this. It's part and parcel of being in lockdown. We can't play together.
No, exactly.
So
we can't come out to play.
No.
Thank you very much, everyone. and we hope to see you soon. This is the Lord of Fruit.
And Lord of Reality, saying goodbye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.